got a fight that goes for 1 round, but there's no time limit. We've got a couples fight. We've got kickboxing. We've got MMA. We've got all of them all together. But we also have the main event.
When you got contacted to go and do this, did you know it was going to kind of turn out the way that it was going to turn out?
I didn't know that this was like, because I'm taking regional MMA shows. Like, if someone picks up the phone, oi, Bayliun, mate, crikey, lad, we need you to get down to Sydney, Australia. If someone's like calls me to do a show, I'll say yes.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And then they sent me the fight card. And they did say it was World Freak Fight Leagues. I was like, that's a bit of a strange name.
More importantly, what this turned out to be, which you didn't realize at the time, but it turned out to be the Eddie Hall 2v1.
Yeah. Well, so first thing I noticed is that almost every single fight was a different rule set, which you don't really see these days either. Like, there's a boxing fight that was unlimited rounds, and I'm like, 1 round, unlimited time. So initially,
going back 100 years, there's no
initially it's like, I don't want
that. So technically, that had the opportunity to go forever.
Yeah. One of the commentators asked me that, and I was like, well, there was a fight in MMA that went 90 minutes back in the day, and they were like, what? This could do that, couldn't it? And I was like, I don't think so, because Miles Raksu gashed out in the 2nd round of his last fight. But yeah, there was that. There was like a couples fight, which is just so stupid. Like, they knew how stupid a lot of the concepts were. That was the point. Like, a couples fight between 2 couples who can't fight is stupid. And then one of them dropped out and a bare knuckle boxer's like, oh yeah, I'll fill in. And it's like, that's not the point of what this is. This is people who can't fight, and now he's going to go smash someone.
And so these were the unified rules of mixed
martial arts? Goddard would have been fucking
nobody there knew the unified rules of mixed martial arts. I mean, the referees obviously did. They were like, proper referees.
Were most of these like just exhibition bouts then? Because
well, I don't know, mate. Does like 2v1 go on Tapology? Like, I don't fucking know. Is that how that works?
Well, that's the kind of thing about, being in the UK. There's no official sanctioning anything. You can just do whatever the hell you want.
Exactly. That's what this was, Jason. That's exactly what this was. And especially if you do it in Blackburn, no one's coming there to like shut you down. They're just like, this is it. So these are the 2 guys. So you got Radoslaw from Poland, Salim from France. Salim's like a multiple-time champion. And Radoslaw's kind of like this new up-and-coming guy.
So these guys are actually like for real athletes. They actually care about it. They're not just thrown in there because, hey, you're really short, so let's laugh at you.
Yes.
They weren't doing that.
No. Okay. Salim, that guy, is a K1 champion, French champion, and a national boxing champion, I think, as well.
Do you think that's the reason they're on this card?
Well, like, if you're going to put on a dwarf fight, there's definitely a good idea to get 2 world champions.
But also at the same time, if you're going to put on a 2v2 couples versus couples, surely you'd get good people there as well.
No, because...
Get fucking Dan Hardy and fucking Veronica Hardy in there.
There's a difference between like comedy and spectacle, and this is a spectacle. Right. Okay. The couples fight is comedy. That's different. That's different.
And this is a kickboxing fight.
It's kickboxing, well, they're kickboxing champions. I did not think it was going to be anything other than boxing, but the whole time, Radoslaw's trying to head kick him, basically.
Yeah, he's already gone for like 4 head kicks.
Yeah,
technically the Eddie Hall fight. Look at this combo, dude.
4 hook, very on drive.
6. Yeah. 6
hook combination.
6 hook combination, bro.
All right, here we go. So touch gloves, and then he just
steps out.
Boom.
Boom. Oh
wow.
That's clean as fuck.
Oh, dude.
It's interesting. He starts to fucking count here.
Yeah, he does.
It's
over.
It's over.
And look at that happy guy, man. Honestly, dude.
I haven't seen something go that viral in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like when I checked it, it was at 22K likes. I have no idea where it's at now, and that was on Twitter.
Yeah.
Instagram is even bigger.
The screenshots I sent them, and this was like an hour and a half afterwards, I think it was like 1.2 million. The Eddie Hall knockout was like 1.2, and this head kick was like 1.7 million. Jeez. And that was like an hour and a half afterwards. That's views, but...
You got Kanonir, Imavov just working their asses off for their entire lives, and then this rocks up. And
to be fair, like there was a lot of good stuff on this weekend, like in terms of other than UFC.
Yeah,
some really good stuff.
We're watching it right now.
yeah.
So you would say the night has started off well for you at this point?
At this point, I'm like, well, you start off with something like viral like that. I mean, if you hear my reaction, I was just like, fuck it, I did not expect this guy to knock him out with a head kick. Now, would have been nothing but not shit, but just like, the first 2 fights were great.
Well, yeah, speaking of shit, like this...
So
talk us through these
This
guys.
was interesting. So this guy, Tadeusz Vesely, he calls himself Gangster Boy.
Okay.
Right? And they show this on some of the VT here. The ball guy is like a OG freak fighter from Poland.
Jakub.
But this Vesely guy is the guy you've seen on YouTube who pepper sprayed someone during like a pre-fight interview, and he also got knocked out on his way to the cage to fight somebody else. Someone in the crowd knocked him out, and it's because it's because he's like just mental.
Kushik is gonna suck my dick. Known for his.
Oh, fuck's sake.
It's just like Diaz, isn't it? No, I went and interviewed that guy because I was just going room for room in the change rooms at the back, and I was just trying to get to Eddie Hall. So I went in that room and I sat down, and I wasn't sure what to expect. And his dad was in there and his girlfriend was in there, and they were being quite intimate. I'll just say that.
Right.
What does that mean?
Not to an uncomfortable level, but I was like, I'm trying to interview here, fair enough. And he didn't really speak English. I tried to speak to his dad, and his dad was just being a proper dad. I was like, what's he best at? And his dad was like, oh, masturbation. Like, I was just like, I'm not going to get a proper interview out here. And then I asked his girlfriend, because she started speaking English to me. I was like, oh, you speak English? I was like, can you ask him like what he's been working on in the gym, what he's been practicing? And he just like went like this, like, and I was like, okay, this guy. And I was like, any message for your opponent? And he's like, suck my dick. And I was like, all right.
He does mean it
that's
as well.
this guy.
Yeah.
And
We've seen him do that twice.
So when
now.
he's walking to the ring, you're like, so his best asset is wanking.
I actually say that. Yeah. I actually literally said that. I said I asked his dad what he's best at, and he said it's the stuff he does in his bedroom on his own. Is what I said in the broadcast. And these alone time.
So is his dad his manager or just his dad?
His dad. It's just his
his
dad.
dad drives him.
He lifted.
People had fight teams and coaches. He had his dad and his girlfriend. Like
that's Mike
like
Perry.
Mike Perry.
Yeah.
Well, King Kong Bundy coming out.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, the dollar store butterbean. It looks like Fedor's like younger brother that just never made it in MMA.
Uncle Fester.
And look, Jason. It's over already. There we go.
Taps.
He's tapping.
Are you serious? He pulled an Art Jimerson. He just tapped as soon as he hit the ground.
He's injured. He's injured. Unfortunately, he landed.
Did he fall weird?
This is the second injury I think of the night.
So in quite a lot of cases, when you go to regional MMA or even like national, international MMA, something like this would be devastating. But actually, it kind of works for the appeal of free fights, doesn't it?
My co-host was saying that all the time. It's like, can you get any freakier than that? And I was like, that's a great way to spin it, dude.
Yeah,
like you're doing a great
exactly.
job there. Oh, there is a doctor. Okay. I honestly didn't think there was a doctor for the first time I saw this. I missed it. I was worried. I was about to say.
I like to think he's still not a doctor. It's like, here's a shirt. Throw that on.
So I talked to this bloke afterwards. When I got back to the hotel, he was outside with a beer and a cigarette, and having a smoke. And I was like, "Oh, well done. You know, not the way you wanted it to end, really." And he was like he didn't give a shit. He was like, "I don't really care. Like the kid's an idiot or whatever." Like, so. All right, this one was sick though, right? This is actually two professional fighters fighting each other with a massive size difference. But Chris Fishgold was in the UFC, and Jack Fay is a pro boxer. So, and it's mixed rules. So round
6'4" to 5'8". Holy fuck! Doing the mental math on the kg, so it's essentially a light heavyweight versus a middleweight in terms of what their kg.
Right.
This is where it goes wrong. Look, hang on. Here it goes. Oh, that's his shin.
No.
And then this was like,
this is the
I
lowest
say this
IQ
on the
moment.
broadcast. This is
So the
ridiculous.
boxer checked the kick.
He did,
Boom.
and then he throws the same kick. I don't know. That's what I said.
Why?
I was like,
so
why?
much telegraph on it too.
Oh man!
Threw
And
everything into that.
his legs just fucked. Tells him get up.
He just fucking smacked him.
His legs fucked. His
And
legs
then they call
completely
it because
fucked.
he can't stand up.
Oh, dude, look at that leg.
Yeah, that leg's fucked, dude.
God. So actually,
And look, he's fucking having a great time.
boxers in the UFC, get them in. You can if you just check a kick.
That is absolutely hilarious. Is that not regional MMA?
It's great,
at its
isn't it?
finest?
Look at that.
Look at
Oh, right on the knee there.
And then he
God.
throws it again.
Yeah.
What is he thinking?
I thought you would know this guy on the left because he fought in Misfits.
Yeah.
Miles Raksu. I was saying, when I went through the show notes with the producers and they told me that this was a no time limit boxing fight, in my head I'm a bit like, oh.
Yeah. We got time on Vimeo.
This
though,
could
haven't we?
go.
You don't need
This
to,
could go bad.
You got the time on Vimeo.
But
pay-per-view.
Jagielski there, so he was a finalist on Polish Love Island. And
is it called Polish Love Island?
Yeah, and he was on the Warsaw Shore, which is
just
the reality show.
incredible, yeah.
Oh, that's a nice right hand right there. Look,
Oh,
that's that Adesanya pullback.
yeah, he is.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all technique.
Look at this though. I mean, just doesn't have an
just
answer.
all arm punches.
He's on the
And
knee.
that's it.
So you can have multiple knockdowns as well. So you could get knocked down
Well,
like
is there not-
54 times.
Yeah.
And they
Is
wouldn't
there
stop
not a
it.
3 knockdown?
No,
rule?
it's until
Depends on the
somebody
rule set.
quits
Oh,
or the ref stops it.
It's good to know that they were really looking after their guys.
Hey, you signed up for it. Like, that's the feeling. Like, you can do this. Like Jason said, that you can put on an event if people agree to do it. There's nothing you can say.
Isn't it? It's like you have hopes of becoming an international pop sensation backed by Simon
Yeah,
Cowell
but there's
himself.
there's no
And
promise
here
on
you
X
are
Factor.
in Blackburn getting put to sleep by the Warsaw Shore elite.
I mean, the problem is this guy can actually kind of fight. So,
No body work. Body. Hit him in
I
the
mean,
body.
he's just smashing him here, dude.
And the referee's just like, I'm going to continue to count forever.
No,
Think about his life. He's thinking about the X Factor. He gets up. He gets up.
Thinking about his life, the
All
X
right,
Factor.
respect.
You do realise the point of a referee is to help.
Nah,
these
not in
guys.
this
Look,
fight,
and the
mate.
ref stops the fight. Look.
Boom. he's
Not in the
down.
Freak Show Fight League.
Yeah, exactly. The referee
Never.
there is just
I
to
mean,
be a spectator.
It was literally, advertised as.
Yeah,
until
Mario
someone
Yamasaki
quits.
was originally considered as a referee. If he dies, he dies.
You don't see it there, but the corner threw the towel in.
Is Simon Cowell putting him into these fights? He's his manager.
Still his manager by Psycho Entertainment. Still putting
Yeah,
him in
exactly.
free.
So this is the co-main event because it's the craziest spectacles, couples, right?
Yes.
So,
What's the deal
so
here? Yeah.
two people on the left agreed to be like, oh, we'll learn MMA and we'll fight another couple, and they have we'll have 6-8 weeks to train, and then 3 days before it turns out the other couple that's supposed to fight, the girl's pregnant, so she has to pull out.
No
And
way.
this guy in the red had this really funny line. Where he's
Do
just,
anything to get out of a fight, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It was
So-
just like if he had pulled out, they wouldn't have to. Like,
Both of these two, both men and women.
no, so
Are they
basically,
legitimate couples?
at the press conference, they are couples. Yeah, at the
Hold
press
on,
conference,
they're not fighting simultaneously.
Yes, so that's the point. They said, "Oh, we'll take anyone who wants to pick up the phone in 3 days' notice." And the blue corner here, these two pick up the phone. The guy on the left is a bare knuckle boxer, and he's got his lass with him. And it's just, I was just like, "How are we going to commentate this?" There's two fights going at the same time.
she's piecing her
But
up
she just
as well.
goes for her right here.
God.
And in synchronization, they both land on the ground and ground and pound at the same time, and it's great.
For
It's like double ground and pound. Right
So what,
there, though.
is that it?
No, so the girl just
been
PKO'd the other girl.
Okay, she's
so
been eliminated.
they've stopped it, and they're taking
Oh,
her out.
that's nice.
But it only took 28 seconds. Good stoppage by the referee.
Oh, actually,
Elbow
elbow
her in the
there.
face. That's
Just
where
fucking
that's the worst.
elbowed her.
It's the worst strike she got back the entire
But
fight.
here we go. Here's Ben, the bare knuckle boxer, against Joel.
Joel, that he works at
Joel,
Tesco.
who works at post office. I love
He's fucked up already.
His post like, hit
So they
me
were
in-
in full mount and they reset it, so he loses position.
Yeah, it's fine.
for the
It's
boxer.
fine, yeah, don't
To
worry.
stand up against the boxer.
He just jabs him a few times.
he's
like-
just-
It's like, get me
and then
out.
he's like, nah, man, I'm not hitting this guy.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
he's done. Jesus
What do you
Christ.
reckon that conversation is like when they go home after that? They were like, well, that was a weird date night.
no,
Or-
they talk about it in the post-fight interview.
Anyone that's going through anxiety, everyone that's going through addictions, all the strugglers out there, yeah? Listen, seek support. Too many people are suffering in silence, yeah? Men's mental health matters, all mental health matters. Big up to all the strugglers!
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Pick up to all the strugglers.
Yeah, mate. But like
I don't
3 days
want it-
notice, he
Get
just
message.
steals the show, doesn't he?
not only, wait, hold on. 3 days notice and 3 days out of rehab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, whoa.
So was he in rehab when he got the call?
Probably.
Look at this poor bloke. Big old black eye already.
He caught me with first punch to eye, and then after that I was just fucking. But, yeah, nerves a bit as well. First time
God's
it's never
sake,
been on like
man.
this, you know what I mean? So
Caught me with
He
first
caught
punch
me
to
with
her.
first punch to hand. It went downhill.
Wait,
The fucking regional accent
look.
is so... It's like you don't know how to fight.
look.
of course we fucking are.
Do you have a message for those that
Come back to another one.
the case today?
We'll see you in 12 months.
12 months, let's do it.
Because she's
Guys, make some
pregnant,
noise
so
for
she has the baby.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I love that guy, dude.
Oh, for fuck. That
See you
is
in
like
12 months.
some
Huge,
real
huge
salt of
code.
the earth northern
Yes,
soul there. It's just
exactly.
like, of course we fucking will. I got smashed up, but you fight anyone.
That's why he gives him some love, man. It's just a salt of the earth guy, you know?
Nah, fair fucks to
I
him.
love that Ben guy, dude, though. He's just like full of life, that motherfucker.
What a great moment for Blackburn as well.
Huge moment. That's the biggest success I've had in years.
Right, the moment we've all been waiting for. Big man Eddie Hall versus the two TikTok boys.
I saw him backstage. He's a big guy. He was just eating rice and steak out of a big mug. He was just, it was like steaming up, and I was like, "This is Eddie Hall over here. He's fucking just chilling out. 5'2". There you go.
Jesus
5'2".
fucking
They've only measured one of them.
Christ.
Or they
That's
both fight. Oh, they're split
wild.
twins.
They're
They're the
identical,
same-
yeah.
yeah, of course.
Not the same weight though.
Yeah, he's almost like he's
more than their
triple.
combined weight.
Yeah, more than
which
their
is
combined.
funny.
Catch the gloves if you want. Yeah, if you touch the gloves if you want. Fight clean, go back to the corner and wait for my signal start. All right, go back.
I mean, this is basically England's fight circus. Is
That's what they wanted to do. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm sat here like, okay, this is happening.
It's a bit surreal, yeah. I like how they start this. They both do this movement, and I thought these two guys are quite creative. The TikTokers, maybe they've planned some.
I love that they're almost in
some routines.
synchronization.
Yeah, like that. They're very much like that. I was like, did they plan some routines like this? I'm like, here we go.
Which one's which?
And Eddie's looking at them like, oh shit, okay, what are we gonna do?
When you were sat there and this was going on, what's going through your head at the moment? It's just were you just this is so fucking stupid, or this is actually
well,
awesome,
first of all, it was quite surreal to see a man as big as Eddie Hall actually walking around that cage once he got in there. You're like, that's a big dude. I've never seen anyone that big. But very quickly I kind of realized in this fight that nothing's happening, and if nothing happens the whole fight, it's going to get absolutely slated online, and everyone's going to say this was the worst show ever. Yeah, that's a leg kick.
Just did not look like,
and they fist bumped.
And they're celebrating the leg kick.
No, they're trying to talk shit. They're trying to get him.
Strike.
They're trying to get him to come to them.
They've won the round.
They've won the round.
No, honestly, they do win the rounds because Eddie doesn't do anything, because Eddie can't chase him down. He can't actually get to him.
So the brothers realised that if this event's going to be successful, they're going to have to do something.
Yeah, they basically say that to me afterwards as well. They're like, we're going to have to go for it.
Body shot there. Eddie
one.
tried to do a side kick.
Yeah, he thinks about it.
This is crazy that this is round 3.
Yeah. And this is why the clip went viral, but the fight definitely was
Yeah. Oh, he's fallen over.
Christ almighty.
There he goes,
single leg.
And he
He just lobs him.
Here's the
so
insane. But the fight's not over. Just one guy's just out now.
Oh, wow.
So now for the rest of the fight, it's Eddie versus one brother. So this bit doesn't really get shown.
Dude,
but
he is.
Look, now he's got to fight him by himself. And look, he's like, don't worry about it. We're fine. And he's not even bothered that his brother's knocked out. I mean, props to him. He's fucking staying calm. Loads of women in there were crying because they thought he was dead.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
you can see them in the background.
Yeah, they're just sobbing. Oh my God.
Oh, dude, they are.
Yeah.
No thanks, mate.
Watch their faces with their right hand.
That's like being hit by a truck.
Yeah, dude.
That is a stunning fucking punch, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a stunning one punch.
Can you imagine if the rules were that fucked up to where it's well, they won the first 2 rounds technically.
Did
They do say that afterwards.
Did he walk out?
We were winning the fight.
Did the other guy walk out, or did they?
You put this on your greatest comebacks of all time. The next one.
Yeah, he wasn't down for that long. I couldn't believe it, mate. I couldn't believe he was walking around. He came to the hotel afterwards. I was like, how are you alive? You should be in the hospital.
He loves the leg kicks though.
He's like,
all I
get
needed
me
was
out
that
of it.
jab.
Just survive.
This is even more of a spectacle.
God.
It's great, isn't it? He gets it.
No.
Oh man, he almost feels bad here.
Surely
You
he
can
takes
see.
it light on him.
He's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
like,
he's
just
taking it
a
light.
few.
He could have hit him so much harder than that.
And look, he's fine.
What a fucking man, just taking that punch.
I know, dude. And then also just carrying on with the show and everything afterwards. It's crazy, mate.
So any other backstage tales afterwards? What was it like after the event was over? What was the energy like?
I think they were really pleased that everything, even though one of them got knocked out, and everything, I think they were really pleased that the show went really well. And I think it's probably done enough viral that you're probably going to see some people coming for the next one. So, but if they didn't do that at the end, it would have been a disaster. It would have been everybody paid for that pay-per-view would have been they didn't do anything. This is shit. I want my money back.
I would have bought it for the co-main.
It's that Ben guy. I love that guy. I want to see him fight next.
The people's main event.
Yeah. So I thought they did quite a good job putting something different together. To be honest.
And I think this is one of the main reasons why you'll never see the MMA in the Olympics.
Yeah,
or taken seriously.
Yeah, definitely. yeah, it's true.
Anyways, you can for $2.99 you can watch that whole event.
That's not
essentially.
true.
So yeah, sign up for the full podcast, which is a full watch along.
Yeah, this would be good actually.
Of a $17.99 pay-per-view. So